Plaintiff Caitlin Simpson says when she started dating the defendant, he said he wanted a baby. But when she ended up pregnant, the defendant denied paternity. Caitlin petitioned the court for a paternity test, and she's suing for damaged property and emotional distress. Defendant Matt Wiley says he and Caitlin had sex the first night they met, and although he knew she had a boyfriend, he didn't find out she was also married until she turned up pregnant. As a result of Caitlin's lies, Matt has doubts about fathering her baby, and he's countersuing for emotional distress.
Start with you.
Okay, in October of 2014, me and Matt started seeing each other.
That's incorrect.
Let her finish and I'll let you give your side. Go ahead.
Okay, and in November, we got together and he mainly just moved in on me, and then he kept telling me that my daughter was giving him baby fever, so he wanted to have a baby.
He wanted his own child. How old was your daughter at that time?
She was 2.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, and then, he kept asking me, did I love him? And I told him yes, and he asked me how much. I told him enough. Well, later that night...
You said enough.
I
did. You didn't say very much.
No.
You love me? How much? Enough.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, well, later that night, when we slept together, he had an accident, which really was an accident because he wanted a baby. Well, then in October...
The night that I met her, we slept together, yes.
Okay, well then...
He had an accident.
Yes.
And that caused your pregnancy.
Yes, and I wasn't very happy, but he was. He told his mom and everybody else that I had a baby on the way. And now he wants to deny our daughter, when he wanted a baby, so that's why I petitioned for a DNA test to show him that she is his baby.
You'll give me your take on the background.
The day that we met, I came from the bar, and she called me, told me to come back. We ended up sleeping with each other that day. December, she told me she was pregnant, which I'm thinking normal, it takes at least 2 months for a pregnancy test to come up. I've been with her for a month. In December, about 2 weeks from Christmas, this is when she told me that she was still married, and to start it all off, she was cheating on a guy when she got with me in the first place.
Technically, you knew I was married when you got with me. Because me and him's been separated since 2013.
No, I knew you was with a guy when I got with you. The one that drives the red four-wheel drive Chevy truck. I did not know you was married until you told me you was pregnant.
No, that's not true.
How do you know? Was you there, ma'am?
Because I'm the mother of her husband that she's married to, and yes.
Prior, still married.
Yes, but that has nothing.
You got it.
I rest my case.
The point of the whole story,
He said,
she was
"I rest
sleeping
my
around
case."
with 3 different people. I love this child with more than my heart. She has left her
stand
with
up and talk to me
She
now.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. She have left her with her boyfriend's cousin. She has left her with different guys. She's left her with the next door neighbor. And since Mathis broke up, she's had about 6 or 7 different boyfriends living with her.
They don't know who I date. They don't live with me.
All right, well,
they don't see what I do every day.
You're 6 deep or not?
The boyfriend, I might as well be 12.
Your Honor, she's talked to me.
That's enough, Mama. You know too much. I should have never let you get out. All right. So you took control of this. Go ahead, sir. So you were telling me that you suspect the child isn't yours? Is that what all this means?
Yes, sir.
Because of the
Yes, Your
timing
Honor.
and the other gentleman she was with during that
Your
same time period?
Yes, Your Honor.
Have you been assuming paternity?
Yes, Your Honor, I have.
So why did you change your mind all of a sudden?
Well,
why
I mean,
did it become a question?
Not so much assuming paternity. It's giving this baby, if she is or not mine, what she deserves and what she needs, and that's a loving, caring family. Okay. I buy her diapers, I buy her wipes, I buy her.
No, you don't buy her
Oh,
diapers.
yes, she does, Caitlin. He
is not. You have not
gives me money to help take care of her.
That
He gives me money to
I
take care
give
of my brand.
my mother money.
Tell me about the property you're suing about, ma'am.
Okay, in February of 2015, me and him got into it that night because of my brother's facial hair in the bathroom sink. So
Because of what?
My
Your
brother's facial hair, because he was accusing me of cheating on him.
Oh, he accused you of
So,
cheating.
I told him I was done. I'm tired of being accused of cheating, just for him to leave. He punched my bathroom cabinet and damaged it, And then when I tried to get my cell phone, he fought me for my cell phone. He grabbed me, he shook me, threw me against the wall. So I left and went 2 blocks over to call her because I didn't want to be nowhere around him. And then when I got back to my house, the police was there, I guess from my neighbor calling the police, which at that time he was gone. He took off after I left. And the police took pictures of the damage he'd done to my house. He threw my TV in the floor, he punched the bathroom cabinet, he shattered my cell phone.
What do you want to say, sir?
On that night, we got in an argument, and she got upset and started tripping out and yelling. At this time, I threatened to leave. She threw her cell phone at me. I did leave. I slammed the door. My TV fell off of the TV stand and hit the ground.
Was it his TV or yours?
No, sorry, it was not.
And this was her home?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you didn't live there?
Yes, Your Honor, I did for 3 months, or 3 months.
How long
sir.
did you live there?
A year.
All right. Whose name was the home in?
It was in my name.
In her name, there's a presumption that the television was hers. You must overcome that presumption with evidence. He had an accident.
Yes.
And that caused your pregnancy.
Yes, and I wasn't very happy, but he was. He told his mom and everybody else that I had a baby on the way. Now he wants to deny our daughter, when he wanted a baby, so that's why I petitioned for a DNA test to show him that she is his baby.
Plaintiff Caitlin Simpson dated the defendant, and she claims he wanted a baby. But after she got pregnant, the defendant denied paternity. So Caitlin petitioned the court for a DNA test.
What happened with the police? Did they arrest
Well, they
charge
arrested him. Yes, City of Florence charged him with the charges. I did not go to court,
And
not
what was
one
the
time.
result?
I honestly
Sir?
don't know.
Did they arrest you, sir?
Oh, yes, sir.
And
yes,
were
Your Honor.
you charged?
Yes, Your Honor.
What was the outcome of those charges?
I pleaded guilty because I did not have time to go to trial. I had time.
Okay.
But I pleaded guilty because if I didn't, I got out that day pleading guilty.
Okay.
If,
I don't know what you just said, but all I do know is you said you pled guilty.
If I did not plead guilty, then I would have had to wait in jail for a month, losing my job for trial.
Or they wouldn't have given you a bond? They give people a bond before the case begins.
If I plead guilty. That's the reason I pled guilty.
No, that's not true. Okay. I don't know anything about the law. My fault. Thank you.
That's not true.
All right, ma'am. Your counterclaim, how does she owe you, sir?
For saying that I have put my hands on her, for making false obligations with the court, I know that
Even though you pled guilty to it,
Yes, sir.
you want to sue her for it.
And I had the police report right here if you want to see it.
Let's see it, please. He said the reason he pled guilty because they don't give out bonds.
Yeah, that's
where
not
you
true.
live, unless you plead guilty. That's the only way you get a bond. I see you're asking $235, and the balance of the $2,500 is for emotional distress? All right, and let's find out whether you're the father of the child. And what do you think, Mama?
I've always felt like she was mine. I love the
Then
baby
why you
with
let
all
him come
my
in here
heart.
questioning it? You say you speak for him on everything else.
Wait, I thought I had 6 guys that I was
Because I feel
sleeping
like
with.
it's my grandbaby. I mean, because I know my grandkids. I have 14 grandbabies.
So you
And I
think
know my
he is
grandbabies.
the father
The other ones,
No, of this one.
of this child that he's questioning. He's questioning whether
reason
this
she
is
got
his
four
yes,
kids by
child.
I'm
three
sorry.
husbands doesn't
She's got 3 different kids by 3 different
No,
men.
Got it.
technically, 2 of my kids have
Four.
a husband.
3.
So anyway, reason I just feel the baby's mine.
Right.
I
All right.
love her. I've
And he's
had her
not
more than
sure.
she has.
I'm not sure
No, you
because
have
of the
not.
situation that she was.
I have to. You kept her one time. You
I
let her
worked
sit
6
there
days
and
a week.
cry for 2 hours. She's got it on her
You had
cell phone.
a week and a
Hey,
half
yes, Your
because
Honor.
she started a new
Your
job.
Honor, I've got proof. I've got a bunch of people that backs me up. She went to Tunica for a week. I had her. She went.
Mother's Day, she
Mother's
got
Day, she
drunk.
brought her to me and went and got drunk Saturday night and didn't
baby
come and get her
got
on
drunk?
Mother's Day.
No.
I
Oh,
had her
the
on
mother
one
got
day.
drunk.
She had her in her walker, and she was crying for 2 hours. She's got
It was
on her
not 2
cell
hours.
phone
No, sir.
where she was crying, and she wouldn't even pick her up.
All right. And Matthew Wiley is the father. So you're going to pay for a lot more than diapers when you get down to that child support services court. I bet you that. Congratulations to you. At
Thank you,
least you're
sir.
smiling.
So
All right.
unfortunately, after all the men I was sleeping with,
I'm taking her.
supposedly,
Remember
you can't
that.
take her.
You can't.
Okay.
I'm right behind her. I've got
'Cause I work 6 days a
say
week.
I had her the whole time.
Because
This
you work
lady's
6
like,
days
yeah,
a week,
I
you
work
can't
Monday
take her?
through Saturday.
She leaves her
That's-
day and night while she works all week long.
You're all going to have to get along well enough to be able to co-parent this child. I can tell you that. If you want to get in all these custody disputes, it's better to just be decent with each other and work out visitation plans and live your own lives, but attend to the child as mother and father would do, not as husband and wife, but as mother and father. Anything else from you, grandmother? You still what else?
I just wish she could go through classes and be a better mother. I mean, she
Parenting
tries
classes?
sometimes, she really does. If
Never
it was
hasn't.
me, I would take the baby to work.
Well, it's not you,
and bring
it's
it
hers,
back.
and it's her baby. Judgment for the plaintiff. Have a good day. Your claim dismissed.
You leave
All right, and you, Matt. You're a piece of
everybody else.
You won't see your daughter either. I'll see you in court.
Yes, ma'am, you will.
Well, I mean, I'm just glad that now he knows it's his daughter that he's been dying the whole time anyway. So now I'm gonna take him to court and we'll fight over it.
I'll be willing and waiting for that day to happen, and God bless you. You really
Yeah,
need
you're
Jesus.
welcome. You do too.
We really need Jesus.
Plaintiff Shantae Needham says she is Sandra Bland's sister, and life has been tough since her sister's untimely death. Shantae claims she wanted to get a dress made for her daughter's senior prom, and she was referred to the defendant. But she's suing because she kept paying him more and more money, but she never got the dress. Defendant Calvin Duff says he was honored to make a dress for Shantae when he learned she was Sandra Bland's sister, and he wanted the dress to be perfect. However, Calvin claims Shantae did not want to spend the money that was necessary to make the dress.
Start with you.
The last days have been very emotional for my family and I. I lost my sister, Sandra Bland,
Yeah.
and
Sister that was locked up and
Correct.
died in jail.
correct. So each day I get up, it's a task to put one foot in front of the other one. And my daughter, sitting here to my left, she's a senior going on prom. She's my oldest daughter, my mother's oldest granddaughter, my sister's oldest niece. And so this one time, I wanted to smile, our whole family to smile, basically, and wanted her to be the belle of the ball. So I went to a store looking for dresses. The dress we found was very expensive. So I called my good friend here to the left, and I said, hey, I seen this dress, it's extremely expensive. You know, can I, can you help me with it? He then recommended Kelvin over there.
Mm-hmm.
And he called them and we made arrangements for us to meet. The dress we found was very expensive. So I called my good friend here to the left and I said, hey, I seen this dress, it's extremely expensive. You know, can I, can you help me with it? He then recommended Kelvin over there.
Plaintiff Shantae Needham hired the defendant to make a dress for her daughter's senior prom, but after giving the defendant more and more money, he never produced a dress.
Sir, why don't you give me some background?
Started sewing as a kid and decided about 5 or 6 years ago to take on my profession as a designer professionally. And I just want to say, I didn't do this maliciously. I thought I had more time. But see, the thing is that she was very cheap. She was very cheap.
That's right. Well,
She
you
was
don't
very
play
cheap.
that. Go ahead.
She
You
was
can
very-
read them if you want to.
She was very.
You can go ahead and read it.
she didn't want to pay for what was needed to be done.
Before you admit to running late,
Yeah.
you need to let her tell me what happened and you defend yourself
Yes,
against
thank you.
her allegations. She may not have intended to allege you were late, and she might have missed
she
that.
did. Believe
well,
me.
She might have missed it today, I'm telling you. All right, you tell me the terms of the,
Tell 'em the truth.
purchase. And tell the truth. I'm with you.
So March
Go
the
ahead.
26th, I went to his place where he
What date
resides.
again?
March the 26th. And I showed him a picture of the dress. He said, I'm gonna charge you $300 for the dress,
A lie.
the dress, a garter, a shawl or a jacket, and a
Excuse me?
purse. Excuse me.
Purse also?
Correct.
A purse, a vest, and a tie. And it wasn't $300. I quoted her $400, like I quote every other client.
Your Honor,
Let
The
her-
truth.
he quoted me $300.
$300.
Correct.
All right. And when was it to be complete?
My daughter told him she was going on prom May 14th. So that's the day.
And he knew that?
He knew that.
All right. Had you paid for it or put a
I gave
deposit
him-
down?
I gave him $155
Okay.
on March the 26th.
All right.
And then he asked me for $25 more dollars, saying that he needed more material.
All right. And when was that day?
April the 6th, he said he needed $25 more dollars, so I money-grammed that to him. Then April the 12th, he asked me for another $20.
Was that middle of the night?
These were early morning.
Was it, huh?
Early morning.
Early morning.
Correct.
Now, you know, if anybody ever calls you in the middle of the night or early mornings saying, wire me $25, they smoking crack.
Can I elaborate on that?
Maybe you weren't.
Can I elaborate on that?
Maybe you weren't, but
Can I
what the
elaborate on
devil are
that?
you calling somebody twice for $20?
Can I-
It costs $15
Can I
to wire
elaborate-
it
Can
to
I
you.
elaborate on that?
Yes, sir.
I knew that you were gonna say that. And let me explain something to you.
Yes, sir.
I am an ex-addict, but I was being effective with her daughter's dress. I just turned my life over to Christ Sunday, and she knew that I was changing my life because I wanted to
regardless.
make sure that her daughter had her dress.
But she don't have it, and she didn't get it.
Okay,
So
but
that was
Ma'am,
not
let him
being
finish.
effective.
Let him, ma'am, let
hold
him
on
finish.
with your flap mouth.
Yep. And
She
what?
has a very flip mouth. That's why I put her daughter's dress to the side, because she was being very cheap.
And you were
another
being
thing.
very unprofessional.
He knows that I'm a procrastinator. He knows that I was going to be effective. I started the dress. I started rhinestoning the dress.
You passing by this $20.
Oh, I'm not passing by the $20.
Why
She
did you
interrupted me.
request
I
20?
called her that morning to make sure, because I was going to the fabric store so I can get more rhinestones for her dress. Whether or not I was using or not, it has nothing to do with my
Yeah, so
effectiveness
we'll
as,
leave it
as a
alone then.
designer.
Yes, it does.
All right, sir,
Recollect.
I got it. You're
Okay,
run out.
thank you.
All right. Now, that's usually what happens. Them early morning calls mean they've run out. All right, go get a $20 run and come back. Now, just kidding with you. You gotta have a little He giving me the evil eye. He giving me the evil eye.
She was very cheap. She was very cheap.
Right.
She
You
was
don't
very
play
cheap.
That. Go ahead.
She
You
was
can
very-
read them if you want to.
She was
if
very.
You can go ahead and read it.
Plaintiff Shantae Needham hired the defendant to make a dress for her daughter's senior prom, but after giving the defendant more and more money, he never produced a dress.
Ultimately, after these small payments, what occurred regarding the completion of the dress at the designated time?
Ultimately, every time we were supposed to meet, we did not meet. My daughter had to miss 2 days of work because he would say, come and get it at this time. It wasn't ready. He kept giving me the runaround, spinning me is what I like to call it. That's what he was doing to me. So May 11th is 3 days prior to the prom. I said, hey, can you send me pictures of the dress? Oh, give me about 2 hours. I got to go to my room and I'm gonna send them to you. It's maybe like 5:30, 6 o'clock or something like that p.m. So I have to make a drastic decision. He's been spinning me. So I was forced to go and buy a new dress because at this point, I have no faith in him. He's not gonna give me my daughter's dress.
You spent how much? You have the receipts of what you spent to replace the dress?
Thank you.
That he was to have completed?
That's the dress.
Sir, what defense do you have to that?
Let me say this to you. If I was spinning her, she would be standing here backwards. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I charged her $400 because it included a gentleman getting a tie and vest made, which is $125. And see, they ain't told you all of that because she called me 2 weeks later and said, oh, he can't go to the prom. He's on house arrest.
I didn't
Who's
call.
on house arrest? Who's on house
Don't
arrest?
do me.
Excuse me.
In this courtroom today.
I didn't call, I text.
Her prom mate was in jail on house arrest?
But let me tell you this. I don't dispute that I was delayed in producing the garment for her. I apologize for that. But what she talking about, $1,000, I ain't got nothing to do with that. I
The
apologize.
emotional distress, what is that for? He apologized.
So he apologized
in essence,
to you.
admitting that he didn't have it in time, which is a breach. But what is the other money coming from, amounting to $1,000?
He emotionally had me stressed out. I had migraines for 7 days straight.
She was already stressed out.
Couldn't focus. I'm already dealing with what I'm dealing, which he knows because he looked on my Facebook and told me. So he knows that I'm already emotionally stressed out. He wants to emotionally stress me out more by ruining my daughter's prom.
All right, you've admitted to being late. $572 for the breach of contract. He did not have the dress prepared in a timely manner. I'm not granting any emotional distress. The stress involved in someone failing to meet their obligation is not something you can sue and collect for. $572 is your judgment. Have a good day.
I really, really wanted to have your garment for your daughter.
You know, I'm lost for words right now.
That's okay.
I'm really lost for words.
All right.
He has my number, so he could have very well reached out to me, but he did not until today. And furthermore, I just want you to be a man of your word.
Plaintiff Sharita McMillan says the defendant is her cousin, and they used to be close. But the defendant is a raging alcoholic. Sharita claims the defendant once got so drunk that he passed out naked at a family function, and she's suing him today for an unpaid loan. Defendant Stanley Parker says Sharita is nothing but a drama queen, and although he admits that he likes to drink, he insists she drinks right along with him. Stanley claims he refuses to repay Sharita because she harassed him about it at a family function.
Start with you.
Okay, Stanley is my cousin. We were really close. Every day, hung out, talk on the phone every day. It was made like brother and sister. But at the same time, Stanley is also a raging alcoholic. He's really, he's irresponsible. He don't take his responsibilities as a man. He think life is a game. He don't know when to turn down. He gets so drunk to the point where he kicked my Aunt Gate. He passed out drunk at a family function naked, and I do have a picture to prove that.
Anybody want to see that? So, how long has he been a raging drunk?
He's always go over the top when he drinks, so.
You have any idea how long, once again? Years, months?
Well, we really started hanging tight when he came back from Georgia, so I'm gonna say about 3 years.
All right, 3 years. And you all have been tight all those
since he
years?
came
Talk
back.
almost every day?
Yes.
All right, and he's drunk all the time, and you just continue to hang out with him and talk to him?
Well, he
Can you
wasn't-
understand what he says when he's on the phone? Does he
Yes.
slur?
Not all the time.
So he's not drunk all the time.
No.
Defendant Stanley Parker is being sued by his cousin, who claims Stanley once got drunk and assaulted her with a Christmas tree.
When you all go out, is he always drunk?
When we go, he drinks a lot.
She be right with me.
And yeah, that's what I'm getting to.
Yeah.
And so what do you do when he's drunk and you all are out?
I mean, I drink too, but I don't drink to the point where I can't handle myself. I know my limit. He don't know his limit.
Okay, and do you ever caution him? Do you say, slow down?
Yeah, but he don't
What
want
does
to
he
listen to. He don't want to. He tell me to mind my business. He don't have to listen to me. He do what he want to do. He's grown.
Does he ever drive?
When we go out, I drive.
All right, just be careful with raging drunks when you're hanging out with them regularly, and particularly if they drive. On the other hand, you also could get arrested for disorderly conduct hanging out with raging drunks. Because a lot of times when the police stop you and they see that you're hanging out with a raging drunk, they may think that you're a raging drunk as well, particularly if you tell them you all are very close and you hang out all the time and you talk on the phone every day.
Birds of a feather.
That's what they'll think, birds of a feather. You give me some background.
This bird has a limit. You don't.
Sir?
Man, Sharita's a drama queen. She always stirring up drama. She always got problems, man. She always in somebody's business. She judgmental. She just recently got herself together, so now she like fake bougie or whatever.
Herself together in what way?
Like stable, like own place, own car. So now she got this household.
Where was she living before? She
with
was
her
homeless?
mother. She was living with her mother.
Okay.
So now that she got her own car, her own place and everything, she thinks she's better than people. And that's where the problem lies at.
You all hang out all the time and talk every day on the phone?
Yeah, but I never thought that, you know what I'm saying, she would turn on me like this. How close we...
Why do you think she's accusing you of being such a raging drunk?
I don't know, because we be drinking and stuff. She be right with me.
Because you enrage when you drink.
You
Give
are
me some
too, though.
examples, other than falling out naked, which I don't want to see.
When we were at a family
She ever
function,
fell out naked drinking? Never mind. Go ahead.
we were at a family function, and I asked to speak to Stanley personally, you know, to the side, but he decided that it was a crowd around, and I know it was alcohol involved, but at the same time, I'm thinking if I can come to you and ask you, can I talk to you? We can go talk. But he got cute, so I got sexy. And then when we was in the midst of everything, we were pushing. He pushed me. I fell, and he hit me with the Christmas tree.
She lying. I ain't hit her with no Christmas tree.
Your Honor,
It fell on you. Come on, let's be honest, man.
You hit me with that Christmas tree.
All right, I'm not going to sit here and let you all debate on who gets the drunkest when you all are together. What's the loan you're suing him about?
Stanley expressed to me that he wanted to get his car through emissions and he needed to pay his tickets and his tags. And I just recently got a settlement because me and my mom was in a car accident. So I've loaned Stanley money before. It's never been an issue of him paying me back. So I loaned him the money and he was supposed to pay me back the second week of September.
Okay.
He was supposed to give me 10 payments of $200 that equaled up to $2,000. In mid-September, Stanley didn't give me any money. I asked him about the money. He told me next month, which was October 2015, he would start a new job making more money. So I was like, okay. He was like, he'll start paying the loan back then. I was like, okay, cool. So October came, never received anything from Stanley. By the time November came, I want to say around beginning of November, I went to him. I congratulated him on his job because I haven't spoken with him since the first time I asked him about the money. And then I asked him, okay, congratulations on your job. When are you going to start making your payment? And then he got all defensive and was like, don't come at me like that, and I'll give it to you when I feel like it. I asked you, I congratulated you, which I didn't have to, about your job.
You know you did.
And then I asked you.
Has he paid you anything?
He hasn't paid me anything.
Before you came at him, quote unquote?
No, he didn't pay me.
All right, yet his excuse today is that it was because the way you came at him. Sir, let me hear from you.
Yeah, she did give me the money in June 15th, but we did have a verbal agreement that I was, but at the time I still had a little petty job or whatever, so I wasn't making that much. I still had bills and stuff to be paid, so I wasn't able to give it to her. So when I got my new job, she came at me, oh, you out here buying bottles, you turning up, where my money at? Like, we had a function, you know what I'm saying? We had a family function and everything, and you coming at me at this inappropriate time about some money. Everybody's good with good vibes and everything, so that's why she didn't get it, because she came at me disrespectfully.
How about the month before that?
Yeah, the first time that she came at me like that.
No. The month before, you say the reason you didn't pay her since then is because of the way she came at you. And I'm asking the month before, what is your excuse for not paying?
I didn't have it at the time.
Okay, so 1 month later you did. And you have ever since then.
I have.
But because of that one conversation, you decide you're never gonna pay her again.
There's a more to that. She be texting me. She was texting me and everything.
Asking for her money.
Yeah, like in a
because she
disrespectful
asked
way.
for her money, you're never gonna pay her.
No, it's the way that she asks about
How?
the money. The way she come at me disrespectfully. Like,
Tell me. Show me the text, matter of fact.
I don't have the text.
I know you don't.
Defendant Stanley Parker is being sued by his cousin, who claims Stanley once got drunk and assaulted her with a Christmas tree.
Is that jury fake or real?
It's real.
And the earring.
Yeah.
And you can't pay her money. How much did that jury cost?
About 7.
7 what?
100.
No, it's fake then. that would be otherwise 18 karat gold, and the earrings certainly would cost $700 by themselves. Get out of here with that fake jewelry on and pay her money. $2,000 is your judgment. I would tell them to take it off and give it to you, but it's fake. Right. Have a good day.
I just want our relationship to go back to the way it was. Like, you think it could?
I think it could. You just gotta watch that mouth of yours.
I mean, I just want you to be more responsible.
And I want you to be more respectful. But you know what I'm saying? You my man.
I
Right?
mean,
Plaintiff Elda Villarreal rented an apartment from the defendant, and she says while living there, the defendant was always disrespectful towards her. Elda claims the defendant would often curse at her when addressing problems with the apartment, and she's suing her today for a rent refund. Defendant Maricela Delgado says only Elda and her daughter were authorized to live in her rental unit. But months after she moved in, the apartment became a revolving door for criminals and parolees. Maricela claims she constantly got complaints from her other tenants about Elda, and she denies owing her because she claims Elda moved without notice.
Start with you.
Your Honor, if this would have happened a few years ago, I'd be in front of you for assault. The way this...
Why a few years ago?
My past, I've had a past. I've been clean for 17 years now.
17 years ago, what were you doing?
I was doing drugs.
Okay. What type?
Speed.
Okay. And you got over that? Good.
Yes.
Well,
Thank
that's
God.
the major point. Good. Where do you know the defendant from? Were you all associated with each other before you rented from her?
No.
What was it like renting from her?
It was okay because I don't feel like I was a bad tenant, so I didn't have really, didn't much complain with her.
Okay.
But the times I did, she would, like a couple times she would cuss at me, and I would ask her not to talk to me like that because I don't speak to her in that manner. And
what was she curse at you about?
just situations that would happen around the property.
Ma'am, what do you want to tell me?
Your Honor, only Elda and her daughter were authorized to live in the unit.
Mm-hmm.
Some months later, it became a revolving door for criminals and parolees. I had numerous complaints of hanging out in front of the building, on the side of the building, drinking, allegedly doing drugs. I never seen them do drugs, but my tenants...
How do you know they were associated with her?
Because they were her sons.
That's not true, Your Honor. My sons have never been on parole, and they drink.
Were they hanging out, drinking, and getting high around the building?
They drank occasionally after work.
In public?
But they didn't live with me. They would come over and visit. We would have barbecues.
Your Honor, I have a tenant.
There's nothing wrong with a parolee living there.
No, not at all.
How many people lived there?
It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And she didn't allow that, did she?
No.
And that's why she cursed you out?
No, that's not why.
Go ahead. What was your deal there? Were you an ideal landlord?
I believe I was. I'm not only responsible for the enjoyable living for her unit, but for the rest of my tenants, as well as the community around us.
Okay.
And there was just a nightmare.
Yeah, she didn't have much complaint about you. Tell me about the refund and how does she owe you for that?
Well, in January, my lease was up. I was on Section 8. And
January of what year?
2016.
Okay.
And I got an extension for February, the same year. And then I hadn't found a place yet. So I told her if I could pay the full month's rent and if I could stay, and she said yes. So March 5th, I mailed out the money orders of $10.50. Mm-hmm. And she's always told me as long as the money orders were postmarked by the 5th, it would be okay. So come the 9th, she comes over with the police and she's yelling at me. And I showed her my receipts and she said, that doesn't prove nothing. You're nothing but a liar. How do I know you mailed them out? And I'm like, why would I lie to you? This is where I need to live. I have nowhere else to live. And she's like, kept insisting I had another apartment. I said, I'm in the process of renting an apartment, but it wasn't final yet. So then I just told her, okay, she had an $800 deposit. She asked me to move my stuff out. By that day, the cops told us we had to leave at 3 o'clock. She made a promise in front of the police officers that if she received the money orders, that she would return the money orders, because I told her I need that money to find another place to live.
You did move out on March 9th?
I did move out on March 9th.
And that's because the police came?
Yes.
The police said give her her money back if she moves?
Yes.
If she moves all her things out?
Yes.
And she didn't give it back?
Yes.
Defendant Maricela Delgado rented an apartment to the plaintiff, and she claims the plaintiff violated her lease by moving criminals and parolees into the unit.
Let me hear from you.
Your Honor, we made a verbal agreement that she would pay March's rent in full because she no longer had Section 8 assistance by the 3rd. I kept calling every couple of days. I have not received your rent, Elda. I have not received your rent. On the 10th, I believe it was, I went down to the unit. I was knocking on her door, and one of my tenants came out. So he tells me that she moved across the street. So I had heard people in the unit. Now, if Elda moved, there shouldn't be anybody in that unit. So I started knocking on the door, and then I said, who's in the unit? And he said, her sons, her grandkids. I think like the other day, the son just moved a girlfriend in, and I was like, oh, absolutely not. She's not gonna leave me squatters. So I started knocking on the door. I called the police. When they heard me calling the police, they ran out the side patio door, and I looked because I heard commotion that way. I looked, and there they were running down, you know what I mean, the walkway. And then the police arrived, and Elda arrived minutes after the police arrived. I told the police what was happening. She denied to the police that she had moved across the street.
She said she showed you evidence that
she showed me money order stubs. Yeah. Those money order stubs could have been made out to anyone.
Were they for the amount that it cost for rent?
One was like for $500. The other one was, I don't know, maybe $500 also.
And the rent was how much?
$1,050.
Well, that's what it was for.
Okay. Yeah. I've been doing this a long time, and you'd be surprised some of the things that people try to pull.
Well, if you've been doing it a long time, you should know that you have to have a court order to evict someone.
I wasn't evicting her. I called the police because I believed that there were people in the unit who didn't legally have authorization.
But she presented you evidence that she had paid her rent or intended to within those next few days, and if it wasn't an emergency situation that created a danger or a hazard to anyone, then you have to go to court. Now, unless you have evidence that there was a danger or a hazard, then you illegally evicted her. Do you have such evidence?
No, I served her a 3-day notice. But that was void.
But the court has to
Right,
rule
I
it.
understand that.
Right, well, I'm glad you do.
Didn't...
Unless you have evidence. You illegally evicted her, ma'am. And as such, I'm going to grant her treble damages for an illegal eviction. 3 times 1,050 is what?
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Damage. You can't illegally evict and throw people out on the street. What's that?
$3,150.
$3,150 is your judgment. Have a good day.
Thank you. I just want you to know, Maricela, you can't treat people like we don't know our rights.
Elda.
No.
You are the
No, you're not going to do this to me again.
The epitome of someone who abuses the system.
No, you are.
And you know it.
You are, Maricela. You lost. That's all it needs to be said. God bless you.
God bless you too.